Hello. I'm feeling like Trophy Hunter today. I think it's one of the most unique, if not powerful characters that are still in the game. Which of these is the best start? I suppose Fanny is alright if you can find another dwarf, but that's an if. Golden Chicken is basically taking a rain check, and then you have a sure shot. I think the sure shot's the strongest this round, and it should do. I'll even look for sugar and spice on sure shot, it's quite nice. And I can add a chicken or Fanny if this is a dwarf. Sounds like a plan. Yep, that's the use of sure shot. Dragon? Nah, they do the same thing, right? They're both very good on first square, not nearly as good on second. I think I'll take the chicken. Can always sell it for value later. Krampus. Krampus might be a little strong if he has, let's say, Black Cat. It's a 2-2 that makes it 2-2, right? It's quite strong right now. Bad Billy Goat, that's 34, too strong for the sure shot. There are some things Krampus could get, if he's lucky, to make our day bad. And he has none of them, which is kind of why I don't like him. If you have this type of luck, you get very little advantage out of your strongest, oh, that's very nice, part of the game, which is the very early game. First 34 rounds, that's what your passive is supposed to guarantee. Afterwards, it's not nearly as good. I suppose I will take Crafty. I'm not into the habit of taking Humpty Dumpty in this situation. Don't think it's worthwhile. Too likely to die, you see. I think most people would do the same. Wonder Waddle. Just how strong is he? He is undefeated, same as me and Dracula. These guys have more health, but they were defeated. Or at least Midas was. Apocalypse seems very much like forbidden fruit. That's a shame. But it doesn't make a difference, 1 damage, that's all. As long as we keep winning, we are very happy. That's a bit silly, I think. A bit silly. I'll take this though. It's nice, and I'll take another character. And then I'll lock, I think. And next round we can take this sure shot, and perhaps 2 other 2s if we can manage it. I'd like to have the artifact if I may, but it's not even that bad because we have +1/+1 on 2 different ones. So instead of it being a 4-2 range, which isn't much, it's going to be a 6-4 range, which is okay. I'd also very much like Beauty's influence on Water Wraith, giving it the HP to survive a hit and hopefully see its comrades die. The more it survives early on, the more it can keep up with scaling damage as the game progresses, and it further escalates its growth. So I think it's very, very good to have HP buff on Water Wraith if you can get it early. It's all about relevance. Oh my. That's an interesting one. I don't see how you win, but I'm very happy. Water Wraith got 2 buffs and I did not lose. So let's see. I want a couple of things. This is one of them, this is the second, and this is the third. I suppose Jumping Bean's alright. Fountain of Youth is also an option, F3 good, but it's just 3 of them. It might not be worthwhile, I'm not sure. Dark Contract. Seeing as Last Breath is going to mainly be... what? Not quite sure, right? I mean, Monster Book's an option, but without any way to make it happen, it's a bit... not very good. Well, we'll see about that. I'll take Jumping Bean anyway. I don't think I'm taking Romeo, honestly. I don't particularly want to be Royals with Trophy Hunter. I'd rather be Buffs if I'm honest. It would be so interesting. I haven't seen anyone do puff puffs in a very long while, and I haven't tried it myself either. Is it even still viable? I mean, obviously not with anyone but Trophy Hunter, but still. No, it's okay. And max growth again on this water rifle, although it's not because the HP buff was so useful, but because I was lucky. The HP buff might have done its job if something attacked it once. I can buff it further, I think I will. It's quite nice. And then I'm taking this wretched mummy and giving it the buff from Mad Mim. That's nice. 1 second, something like this. Not very good either. A bit sad, honestly. I suppose it'll have to do. The way it stands, I'm losing a bit on the buff, but really, this thing wants to be second. It might even want to be first, honestly. Yeah, that solves the problem, right? I mean, it gives nice value, not as much as the 11-7, but 7 HP should be enough to survive a hit from some things, especially since Geppetto is more likely to have little token guys, like Princess Peep and Black Cat. The Wretched Mummy also gives more value in the sense that it can hit the backline, unlike Sherwood Sure Shot, and particularly against either Pop or Geppetto, similar characters that rely on support. You very much enjoy that kind of ability to strike the backline. I'm more or less happy with what we have. Water if it is large. That's not too bad. I mean, the queen would have obviously been superior, but even so. Hit this if you don't mind. You took more damage because you were unlucky. But I was unlucky because this grew only once. Should I just keep buffing it? Seems a little silly, but on the other hand it seems to work. There's no way, Gingerbread Knight, I'm 20 health off it. Princess Peach because I have supports? Questionable, right? Cinderella for just another relic? I suppose if it's Book of Monsters I'll be quite happy. And here's the buff. Make it even tankier. I'm not sure why. Here's a puff buff. You know what? I'm taking it. I don't believe in it, but I'm taking it. Who knows? Maybe it works. If it just randomly works, then sure. If not, whatever. It was 7-7 instead of a 4-4. It would be very silly if it does, although if I actually happen upon 1 or 2 more puff puffs next round, I might consider it. Again, I just want to do it for the fun of it. I don't really believe in puff puffs. Apocalypse is now at the bottom of this little totem pole of ours. Strange, wasn't he undefeated like 3 rounds ago? 4 maybe? Destroying my support is nice enough, but then I return the favor twice over and you're done. Puff Puff did die, giving me 1-1 to all Puff Puffs. Not too bad, I suppose. And here's another Puff Puff. Interesting. Are we doing this? Do I give this Puff Puff another 10? Just to let it grow faster? Why not? The dream of Puff Puffs. Wait, are we really doing this? It's a little silly, isn't it? I mean, should I even take this Wish Upon a Star, or do we just keep going with Puff Puffs? We have 3 already. Should we try it? Just have a board full of Puff Puffs. I will take it anyway, and perhaps we'll strike upon a, what's its name called? Baba Yaga. Maybe Baba Yaga will help these poor Puff Puffs. It's very interesting. Can we do it? You know what? I'll even give up on Wish Upon a Star. It's a terrible choice. But I'm very curious to see how Puff Puffs work out. And I think my chances are much higher if I don't take this Wish Upon a Star. It's 5 gold I could be using to reroll and find Puff Puffs. And also another turn at 4 where Puff Puffs are most likely to come. So we will stay at 4. And I know it's very suboptimal, but I want to try it out. I really wonder about Puff Puffs. Don't hit this guy. Good. That's good. Puff Puffs, grow up. More Puff Puffs. Kill this guy now. Good. More growth for Puff Puffs. And I still win this one, so it's all good. They are each 13-13 in terms of stats. Interesting. I'll take another. Sure. Give Puff Puffs more strength. I'm not seeing my next Puff Puff, unfortunately. I'd like more to make this really work out, but unfortunately we don't see the 5th. I'd put one here or something. You want to replace pretty much everything with Puff Puffs except maybe Baba Yaga. That's how you do it. I suppose you could theoretically have a cat here and just, especially if it's an upgraded one, and make it give you some value for Puff Puffs if you don't have enough. I say if you don't have enough because it's just personally much weaker than a Puff Puff, especially later on when these things are like 30-30 or something. How much can you grow by one round? I mean, depends on artifacts, right? If you have Baba Yaga here, maybe an upgraded one, doubled, and what, Knighthood on a Puff Puff or something? How much would that even be? 2 multiplied by 3 from Baba Yaga, and then it becomes 6, I believe? So 12, 12, 12 Puff Puffs if this one Puff Puff attacks and kills? Can you really do that? It sounds like it might actually scale in late game. All Puff Puffs grow. It's a tie unless you hit the Mim. Oh no, wait, never mind, I win anyway. Because the Mim survives. Okay, Baba Yaga or Puff Puff are the only things we're looking for. We could get XP, but we don't even want to reach 6, right? We just want Baba Yaga and Puff Puff. How silly. Still, I'm trying it. Let's try it for fun. No, we don't really want any of you. A permanent attack buff? I suppose I'll take it. I suppose Book of Heroes might help Puff Puff scale. Do I take this? Does a level 5 artifact that doubles support? Theoretically it could be good with Puff Puffs. No, it's putting the cart before the horse, I suppose. We can't find either a Puff Puff or a Baba Yaga, which puts this entire project into jeopardy. I mean, this was an almost guaranteed win if I didn't go Puff Puffs, considering I'm still at full health and I'm level 5, and I didn't really get much out of the last 2-3 turns. I could have definitely been just as strong and had level 6 by now by getting the 2 opportunities for XP, Shooting Star and Turkish Delight. At that point, this would be my game to lose. But, oh dear, that's the one that does not slay. So we'll only grow by, what, 4 this round? And we also lose for the first time. Well, to be fair, that's very mighty. At level 5, 29, 5 wizard. 29, how much was it? I think 5? Whatever. So far, we've had no luck. I suppose I could wish upon a star and just make him move on if I want to give up on Puff Puffs, but they're age 22 at least. I mean, really, how hard could it be to find Puff Puff? Nobody else is taking them. Ah, here we have Baba Yaga. Thank you, I wanted something of this sort. But I really still want more Puff Puffs. I mean, if I could replace all 3 of those with Puff Puffs, it would be very nice. Or at least 2 of them and then another Baba Yaga. Something of the sort. So that they'd actually grow faster and so that I'd have more strong units. Because their growth is quite satisfactory, I think. I mean, 22 minimum for characters right now. Nobody's 6. I could have been 6 last round even. But before 6, having 22, all of your characters about average that. A bit bigger, those guys. It's quite nice. Let's see if it can possibly work under optimal conditions. You completely devote yourself to the strategy and you had the perfect start. Oh wow, you took away some of my biggest Puff-Puffs attack, but... Now 24, now 26 minimum on the Puff-Puffs. That's very nice. But unfortunately they won't die this round. 27. Oh, at least one of them died. 28 Puff-Puffs. Interesting. Can we actually keep it up? Oh, look, another Puff-Puff. Ah, sure. I mean... Okay, that's Baba Yaga. We are happy to receive you. Let's do it this way. So, all of them get doubled if they manage to kill something. Is this even better because it really doesn't matter anymore? And this guy quadrupling is quite nice. So let's see how big we can get them to be. The potential at most, let's assume that these 2 slay and these 2 don't, for example. Or I suppose these 2 are interchangeable, right? So this guy and one of these 2 are the ones that slay. Let's suppose it's a more optimistic than unrealistic scenario. This guy gives everyone 3, I think. It's not really multiplied, I think they are added. So 3, and then another 2, that's 5, and then 4 of them die. 9 to all Puff-Puffs. Let's assume as somewhat realistic. If we can get 9 to all Puff-Puffs, we should do quite well. Obviously it could be much better with some artifacts, but 9 should be a baseline that really... it's not going to be that much. That's 1, 2. If it hits the 50, then I miss out a lot. So we only had, what, 5 or something on everything? That was really poor. Yeah, 5. 5 means that... Oh well, let's take another one. Now our base is 5. We can get more, but our base minimum 5. I suppose I'll get some more gold. Knighthood might be interesting, or another Baba Yaga. We've seen not another Puff-Puff. I'd take it and keep it in reserve. Or another Baba Yaga would be very nice, especially if the level 5 artifact is double support bonuses. Or if not Baba Yaga or Puff-Puff, then Knighthood to Knighthood a Puff. I'm not sure they're big enough, honestly. Some people have a 50 HP character that just really stops me. Also, killing my Baba Yaga before I get to slay is really curbing my style. How big can they get at most? I mean, I don't think I can grow fast enough because we didn't get the artifact. Level 5 artifact is definitely required to get this, to even have a chance at scaling. Because there will be characters of 100 health or something. There will be, or more, when you get to Echo Woods and such. Well, that's 2. Very nice. 3. Okay, that was another... quite a few, actually. There's still another Puff Puff though. Oh well. It is my loss. I suppose I'm going to essentially scale by health. They did get something like 10 last round. Oh, that's nice. I suppose Ambrosia is okay, although Dracule's Saber, I suppose it's a very nice anti-animal thing. For Ambrosia, it scales this Puff so that it gains 2, perhaps 4 if it actually kills, which is very nice for my scaling. I think I'm gonna take Ambrosia. I think it's more late game oriented. Gigantify? On what? This thing? A bit... On a Puff? On this Puff? Seems a little silly, but... No, I don't think I will. Ah, and here's the payoff. I'll even take this. So this Puff is tripled right now. I'm never sure about the Baba Yaga, and I'll have to see. Just if this thing slays, does it actually get 5 times? Because this makes it 3 and this makes it 2, so together is it 5 or is it 6? $48, okay. Well, 52 right now. 52 becomes 57. Like I thought, it's additive. Oh. It's a bit much. We're still losing. And this is basically the end of the line. Pop-ups are 60-60. Is it enough? Again, I don't think I need to Gigantify. 10 health, does it really matter? Another? I suppose I should, right? I'll take it and I'll take a spell to help us get through this. I can Evil Twin a Puff Puff. Is it even useful though? No, it isn't. Puff Puffs don't triple, and I already have an upgrade Baba Yaga and almost another, which is basically optimal, right? If you have the Baba Yagas. I don't know, maybe it's better to curb my growth and just have more power on the board right now, because we're coming down to the wire. This is the end. I'm not sure. It's amusing to me that you can even get into top 3 with Puff Puffs. So I wouldn't call this a failed experiment, although I'd be much more happy with it if we could actually get at least second. Tying this round or losing by 1 should be enough for that, depending on how strong Wonder Waddle is, I suppose. I have no idea how strong the top 2 are right now. I have no idea. 60-60 Puffs, interesting. Very interesting. I suppose if I could Knighthood the first one, or perhaps the second one in particular, because it enjoys more buffs, and if I had the right artifact, my growth rate could have been much higher and I could have had 100 puffs by now. That wasn't... I suppose it wasn't a waste. Puffs grow by 3. Not very impactful. Puffs grow by another 5. These two are my weak link, honestly. Against ranged in the late game. Well, at least it killed, so that's another 2. Puffs are 74-74, not bad. Should I replace them with something like a Cupid, let's say? Because growth is very important, but they are such weak characters now. Or I could do this. No, I can't do that. Well, I could do this instead. I think I'm stronger this way, even though my growth might be a little smaller. 10 attack? On one of these, perhaps? No, I'll take this Nyan instead. Should I take it anyway? I suppose I will. Because this might be the end otherwise. Maybe it'll make a difference, I don't know. This way, the growth is more based around these guys. Since the pop-ups are quite tanky, I often get a slave from one of the second tier. And in this way, this path is going to kill the last remaining range, which usually what happens. And instead of me wasting 2 turns letting them snipe me. So I suppose it has advantages. I've also upgraded this guy, so at least it's somewhat meaningful against like a 20 HP big ranged guy in the back. Maybe it's enough. Yeah, it is enough. Exactly enough for this guy. These wizards are doing a lot of work. I want you to hit one of these guys. I still lost, and this is death. We tried, we were close to it. We couldn't make it. Puff-ups just don't scale enough, I suppose, without artifacts. If I had a double supports, maybe they'd have scaled enough. Oh well, it's 3rd place. It was a very cute game. We've tried something a little different, a little new. Thanks for watching. You can like, comment or subscribe, and I'll see you next time.